Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm so excited to be back in beading because this is what calms me down 100%. So I've had about 15 things ready to go, just ready to go in order. I've been waiting for my hands to heal. You know, I've been through the ringer this past almost 2 years now, and I had a really bad reaction to the last treatment, and my hands just looked horrible. So I was very self-conscious about that. So I said, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it today. I don't care. My friends will understand, and I'm going to go with it and run from there. So we're going back to a really old stitch. This is called the three-sided ladder stitch. It's very messy at the moment because we have to go through here later on and clean up these edges, make it nice and straight and beautiful. But it's from my favorite author, Mr. Goohue. That's what I call him. He's amazing. That book is amazing. You know, I've said it tons and tons of times before. So that's where this whole inspiration came from. So I hope you enjoy this project. I'm very, very excited to jump in and show you because I have a special surprise on how I want to decorate the end loop with you. And it's not peyote this time, it's something really special. So we're gonna run through our list of materials. You're gonna need some 11s and 3mm rounds. This is just for example, because I really want you to see the pattern. So you'll only need one color 11, 3mm rounds, a clasp of your choice. I love buttons, you know that. Then for the decorating of the loop, you're gonna need some 15s and some 3mm fire polish beads. Now, I really recommend keeping one of these on hand. It's a BeadingAway because if you miss one bead in this repetitive step, it throws everything off. So go ahead and pull yourself a comfortable amount of stringing material. I'm using 8-pound fire line on a size 11 beading needle, and we're gonna begin. I'm gonna show you the pattern and then we'll go right into this one and decorate and have fun. So we're gonna get started. This pattern is so easy, but I'm gonna make sure you have it down 100% before we move on. So we're gonna begin by picking up a 3mm round and 6 size 11s. And I wanna make sure my count is great because you know I like to talk a lot, so I miscount a lot. So 6 more, and I'll drop the pattern so you can see. All right, so it should look just like this. 3mm, 6 11s, 3mm, 6 11s. Now we're gonna slide it down, but this time you wanna leave about a 20-inch long tail. Yes, it sounds like a lot, and it is, but that's what we're going to use to do that really cool technique on the end of the loop. So I'm just going to wrap it around my finger like this so my working thread's this way and the tail's tucked down in here. We're just going to go through all these beads again. Yeah, this morning when I woke up, I said, oh no, I'm rocking a headache. That's great. Went back to bed for a while. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to just do it. I'm going to push through it, do it, because this is something I have wanted to share with you guys for such a long time. It's a stitch I learned before I get sidetracked. We're going to go right back through that round where we started. You're just making a circle, and we're going to go ahead and pull on the tail and the working thread. And I really apologize. I just need 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. I have to put a Band-Aid on my finger or it's going to, I'm not trying to be gross, but it's going to start bleeding. Okay, I apologize. I don't like doing that, but you know I run live. I never edit, I never cut, none of that stuff. So here we go. So you have a tail coming out here, your working thread's here. So I want to weave away from that tail. So we're just going to run up these 6. And then we're going to step right out this round plus the 2 11s right after that 3mm round right there. And pull. Very repetitive. This is why that book never, ever gets old for me, ever. All right, so I spread my beads out. A lot of you ask why I make a mess like this, because every time I pick up, I'm making sure they look good. I want to make sure there's not ones that look wonky like this and they're all smushed down. I want to make sure I can pick the best ones. So we're going to go ahead now and pick up 7 11s. And we're just going to run, see how we're coming out these 2 right here? We're going to run right back down the round with our 7 on plus 2 more 11s, just like that. And then pull. Okay, one more time, 7. And then run this time back up the round and through these 2. Don't be stubborn today, okay? And make sure if you lose your tension, you can tighten that up real quick. Just pull down, pull on this loop, and then pull down. You want a nice tight tension. Everything's gonna look a little messy and weird. That's okay, that's what you want for the moment. We're just laying down the foundation. So again, right back to 4, a 3 millimeter, 4 more. And we're coming out these 2. We're gonna come around and go right back through these 2 plus that round and these 2. So just like this. And give it a good pull. Now here, I flip this whole thing over and I'm gonna run around everything, all the beads. This area I want a lot tighter. No slack, no thread showing. So all the way around, keep going until you step out. I'll show you in 1 second. This is going to be our repeat. So once we get this first step down, it's the same thing over and over. Here we go. We made it around. Now we're going to go through this 3 millimeter and the next 2 11s, just like that. And that's going to be your repeat. So now it's back to 7. Okay, right back down the round plus 2. Now I also have another project lined up to modify this even more. It's incredible. That's what I mean. This book you can do so many things with. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to pay attention because I messed up really bad the last take. Okay, so I have 7 on now. We're coming out of these 2. We're just going to go up this round plus 2. Just like that. All right, pull down. And that's what you want. And see, don't worry if these are not looking as beautiful as they should, because I know, it's a little nerve-wracking when it doesn't look pretty at first, but trust me, we're going to make it look pretty. So right back to 4, around 4, coming out these 2, come back around, go through these 2 11s, that 3 millimeter, and then the 2 that you're exiting. And sometimes I can pick it up in one shot, and sometimes I can't. So I'll just go right up through those 2. And here's the part where I flip, and I only do this for tension. You do not have to do this part. And then here's where we're gonna reinforce. Very, very important to go through all these beads. Otherwise you will see slack. And I did make a little error in one over there, and I'll show you in 1 second, because I'm not afraid to show you my errors, because it happens. It's, something that really happens, and I'll show you what it looks like if you don't do this really important step. I'm going to go back and fix it after, but I'd rather not do that, while I'm actually making a bracelet, but it happens. All right, so always when we do this step, we're gonna step out that 3 millimeter plus 2. And I'll show you on the bracelet what I'm talking about. And you'll be able to see it because it moves around. Let me see if I can find it. I just saw it. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe I'm losing my marbles. Who knows? Okay, right back to the 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. And right back down the round plus 2. And yes, I have missed you guys very, very much. Oh my goodness, it's just terrible laying in bed. Ugh, I hate it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And right back up the round plus 2. Yeah, I hate laying in bed and looking over at the pile of beads that I have and the projects that I want to do, but just don't have the energy to do so. Oh, it drives me crazy. So this is what makes me so very happy. Okay, right back to this pattern, 4 around and 4 11s. Go back around, go right back through. That's how simple this pattern is. That's it. And then our very important part here where we're gonna go through these 2, and then I'm gonna flip my work over and retrace everything. If I can get in there, that would be wonderful. All right, yeah, this is the part where I was trying to show you over there, but must have been seeing things, I don't know. All the way around though, super important, because this edge part we don't have to worry about. We're going to fix that pretty soon, and it's going to be stunning. What I love about this is I used to make these all in one color, whites, blacks, one solid color, even if it's all aqua, because it looks like a piece of lace when you lay it on your arm, all in black. It's striking. You could use bicones in the middle, 3 millimeter bicones. You could use gemstones. You could use anything, 3 millimeter pearls. Whatever you have would look so beautiful. All right, so you would just keep going doing this step. Always remember when you come out that 3 millimeter round, you're going to come out the 2 11s right after that. Then you know it's time. I'll show you one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Run right back down the round plus 2. Pull, and then we'll do 7 again. Right back up the round plus 2. I just want to make sure you get this main part down. Now right to 4 around 4. Come back around, go through these 2, that little 3 millimeter, and then next 2 11s. Pull, and then I'm going to flip, and I'm going to retrace this whole thing, and then you'll go right back to 7. And that's it. That's the whole stitch. So while I'm here, when you are ready to add your button, and I'll just grab a little mock button somewhere. Let me see if I can find it in this hot mess I have going on. Yeah, I'll just show you on this. So you want to start and end with this part right here, with the 4 and the 3 millimeter and the 4. So you want to make sure you start and end there. When you're ready to add your button, you just want to step out the round, not those 2 11s, just the round. And I didn't go through all those. See how loose that is? Let me just run around so I can show you the right way. So before you attach the button, make sure you do that reinforcing part. And this is, like I said, just going to be a mock version. I am going to go back and work one up with this beautiful turquoise and black. At first I thought it would show too much of the black thread, but it doesn't. So I'm definitely gonna do one in this colorway. Okay, so once you reinforce, pull really hard and then step out that round and you're ready to attach your button. So all I did was pick up 4, the button shank, and then 4 more 11s. And all we're gonna do is bring it back around, go through that 3 millimeter round. I'm gonna lay it like this, and then we will go through and reinforce. So you would run around this whole piece, depending on the weight of your button. I did mine 3 times, fully go around, and then you would weave into the work and drop your knots. And I'll show you how to drop knots over there, but that's it. That's as simple as it gets, adding the button on there. Nice and secure and beautiful. I'm gonna use this one, I think. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see. All right, so let's move over to one that we have already in progress. I can't wait. Let me get some of the stuff out of the way and separate my threads because I had to do this in so many sections. Okay, so we're gonna start right now with a simple decoration to even out all these loops. We're all done with the rounds, so that's good too. I can move those back, make more space on the board. Okay, so I'm right-handed, sorry. All we're gonna do is pick up 5. Oh, I didn't tell you where to exit. After you secure your button, I'm so sorry. You're gonna weave over, and you're gonna weave all the way over to exit this 3rd 11 right here from that 5 bead group. So you'll be stepping out that middle bead, and that's where my thread's coming out right now. I apologize. Now we'll pick up 5. Okay, and we're just gonna go right through the middle of that next group. And that's it. Yep, thread problems today. And again, 5. I have to say, I always say I have a lot of favorite seed bead colors, but this is hands down one of my favorites. Every time I run out, I order a new tube. That's how much I love it. So we want to make sure we're keeping nice tension, but not overly tight. See, you want it just enough, but not too much. Just like that. Yeah, this one, Gold Lustered African Sunset. So I kind of will hold it in my hand like this, very gently, and then I'll pick up 5, run through that middle or 3rd bead of the next group. This was one of those projects where I was like, how am I going to do this in stages? Because we'd be here all day if I tried to work it with you. And this was definitely the easiest way. And look at how beautiful. And that's what I love. His designs are simple, but absolutely beautiful. You can take and modify these, which when you see what I've done with the next bracelet, it doesn't even look like the same pattern. It's incredible. And I pulled too hard there, so I got to relax it. Now, if this is something you would like to, do, I recommend it, dipping it. In the Dragonfly video, I talk about dipping projects. This is one I would definitely dip, just so it holds its shape and all that good stuff forever, because it will never come apart. But this is one I want to dip, definitely. And see that? One's a little off. 3, 4, 5, right into the middle. You'll do that all the way down. That's it. And look at that beautiful lacy looking effect. And it just straightens everything out and it looks so beautiful. So yeah, I usually will dip my projects when I have a bunch ready to go. Certain things I like to do that. These delicate lacy bracelets, I love to make sure they're going to be around for a long time. You can get them wet. You don't have to worry about them shrinking and stretching and all that stuff. So when we get to the end, all we're going to do is weave over and up and around. Just bypass that tail, go through this round until you step out the middle. Oops, I got caught up there. Right here. All the way around, and then you're gonna come out that 1, 2, 3rd 11. Repeat all the way down. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump into the middle or the 3rd of that next group and pull. I'm just going to move this over. There we go. And you will continue doing that all the way down. Oh my gosh, this is so stunning. I decided to not make very many changes to the original design. I wanted to really keep it true as possible, but the perfectionist in me, I needed to make sure it was straight. So that's why I'm doing this step. Normally you would not do this step. You know, in the book, they don't do this, but and also I had to add a little special decoration on the end. So once you get moving, oh, it works up so quick. Okay. And it's weird. I can't believe I've never showed you guys how to do this really cool technique. I used to do for people, believe it or not, who like to wear the button part on top of their wrist, like up here. So I said, I'm going to jazz up that loop. So that way it looks extra pretty when you're wearing it. So I never showed you on camera. I think I taught it in a class a long time ago, but I never showed you how to do it on camera. So I'm very excited. All right, we're done. We're at the end, and look at how beautiful. Look at this. Stunning, stunning piece. Oh my goodness. See, imagine that all in one solid color. It looks like lace. Really cool. All right, so here we are at the end, and here's where I said I would show you how to drop in a couple knots. So I'm just going to weave around very carefully because things are pretty tight. And don't tug too hard, just enough. You don't want to distort that pattern. So we're going to go and step out right here, this round. And this next 11, and right here, I'm actually going to shorten my thread right now because I'm good. And I'm going to drop 2 knots right in between here. Pick up that thread space. And put 2 knots right in here. There's 1. Before I pull the loop, put my needle in, and there's 2. And now I'm going to run through these 2 11s, and it is tight. Oh my goodness. It's very, very tight. Let me try to go through a couple. There we go. All right, pull that knot right through there. I'm so sorry. I just bounce the camera around. Let me get in there. I'm just weaving away from this area. Too tight. I kind of wanted to put another knot in there. So you know what? I'm going to go right down this edge right here. Pretty much anywhere you can find a place to put a knot works. So right here, again, I'm going to pick up that thread space. Pull down. I just don't want to distort that pattern. That's the only thing. And then run right down these edge beads. And you're done. Pop your needle off. Burn. You get in there really close. All right. There you go. So we put in some really good knots. And we're ready to do the fun part, which I love. And you do not have to do this part. This is optional. All right, so my button is 12 millimeters, so I know I'm gonna pick up 20 to make my loop. Ooh, bad bead there. 8, 9, 10, 40. Okay, I'm coming at the 3 millimeter this way. I'm just gonna bring it around with 20 on, and I'm gonna test fit. So I wrap it real tight around my finger, and I just wanna make sure it goes through nice and easy, and it does, it's perfect. It's not too tight, it's not too loose, so 20 works. So we're done with the 11s, and now we're just gonna run around this whole loop one time. All the way down. Through the round, and we're gonna step out just one, and here we go. So what I'm gonna do is make fringe off of this end, and that's something I love to do. So for the first one, I'm gonna pick up 10 15s. One 3 millimeter fire polish, and then 3 15s. I'm gonna drop it right down to that loop. I'm gonna skip those 3 15s, run back through all the beads. All these tiny little 15s. Okay, and now see the one we're exiting, the 11, we're just gonna move right over to the next one. Just jump right into the next one, and now we can pull. So I'm gonna pull on the bottom. I wanna make sure it has a shape that looks just like this. Really, really pretty. And that's it. Do not pull too hard. Make sure everything stays relaxed as we're doing this part. I'm gonna put it on a flat surface because that has to stay nice and relaxed. So try not to crank down on it. And this has to stay relaxed too. So now I picked up 10 at first. This time I'm gonna do 8. And I'm gonna alternate 8 and 10. So I got 9 on there. So 8, a 3 millimeter, and then 3 more 15s. Drop it down, skip those 3, and then run all the way up all these beads. And you're stepping out that 11. We're just going to move over 1 stitch and keep going. So I'm going to pull down so there's no slack, but not too tight. And there, but I want that bottom to lay just the way I showed you. So I'm going to pick at it and pull a little bit tighter. Perfect. And that's all I do is alternate. So it'll be 10 now. One of these beautiful beads, 3, slide it down, You're going to do this all the way around, skip 3, run all the way back up through all the beads, and then go through 111. Just make sure that bottom makes that pretty little picot shape. Okay, and that's what you'll do. Keep alternating back and forth. And then it's pretty cool because if you want to wear it on your wrist like this, I'll show you. All that gorgeous fringe is going to be draped around. It's pretty cool. It's really incredible. And if you want to go and add another layer on top of this, so after you're done with this first row, you can go back around and add another layer. It's absolutely up to you. And like I said, it looks beautiful whether you wear it. I know my hands are awful, but whether you wear it like this, you'll still have all this beautiful fringe, or on top. And if you have a really special button that you want to highlight, all of that will show on top. And wow, I'm swollen because normally 6.5 fits me like amazing. But so that's what it looks like. And that's the project. And it's absolutely beautiful. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to go off and finish this fringe and take a few good pictures, and then I'll upload the video, and I'll see you very soon for a new video. You guys take good care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.